What you have to do is open up Photoshop, and you can locate the icon for the program on the desktops, on the PCs, on the first floor of PAC in the edit suites. Or you can also go on the Mac computers on the second floor and locate it by going into the upper right hand corner. There will be a search box up here, and you can simply type in Adobe Photoshop and it should appear. It's located on my desktop. It looks like this, a PS for Photoshop, and I'm going to open up the program. A new screen appears, and you notice that you can choose between new or open. I actually have a graphic template already started, so I look for it. I go under Network, because that's where my TV news server is, and I'm going to scroll down to Tiger News. And in that folder, you're going to see a folder called Graphic Templates. And in that folder, I'm going to use the folder called Basic Graphic Templates. There are 3 of these templates in that folder. One is for full page, one is for lower third, and one is for over-the-shoulder graphic. Today, this tutorial is on the lower third, so let's open it. At the top, you're going to find a menu bar. It's called the top menu bar. On the side, you're going to see a whole bunch of tools available to you and colors that you can use. So then we're going to move over to the right-hand side of the screen, and we're going to see the layer window. And you're going to see that there are 3 layers that are already created in this window. This is our template. If we added any layers, they would appear here as well. The bottom layer is always the background layer, and as you can see, there's a lot of little gray and white boxes. This is telling you that there is an alpha channel background on this particular graphic, which is what we want, because what will appear here is the anchor video from the camera in the studio. You can see above the layer window the navigator window. This is very helpful because it'll show you what we need to see in this particular monitor window. Let's begin by going over to this middle layer and clicking on it that says Name to Home a Bold. That's this layer right here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to scroll down all my tools, and I'm going to select the title tool, the T tool right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that layer right before the N, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to hold my mouse down and drag across that name to highlight it. At this point, I can change this information to the interviewee's name or the anchor's name, whatever I need. So for this purposes, I'm just going to type my own name. And then I'm going to want to change this bottom layer, because let's say they're doing an interview with me and I'd rather have my title. I'm still on the title tool, so I do the exact same thing. I'm going to click right before the R, highlight across the whole piece, and now I'm free to start typing over that layer. So I'm just going to put my title, and I'm abbreviating for time's sake. And if I like the way that it looks, then I'm okay. But let's say I want to move one of these layers a little bit. So I can go up to the top to the Move tool. Whatever layer I'm on, which right now is this one, I can take the Move tool and I can move it over, up, and any position I want. If I want to move something on this layer, I've got to click on it, and I just got to move it over as well. About 1/8 of an inch all the way around. You may lose some of that information by the time it reaches the television screen at home. So you want to make sure that you stay away from that area if there's any important information that you want to include. I like the way the graphic looks, so I'm ready to start saving it. But what I have to do in order to save it is I need to be able to take all 3 of these layers and collapse them into one. To do that, I go up the top to Layer, and I want to select all the way to the bottom almost, the one that says Merge Visible. I click on it, and you notice that all of the layers are collapsed into one layer. Now I'm ready to go ahead and save it. So I go up here to File, and I hit Save As. And now I'm going to put it, this is where I put it on the TV News server or on my own hard drive or both. It really depends on where you want to put it at this point. So I'm going to just go ahead and select my hard drive. Under File Name, I'm going to go ahead and name the file. And you always want to name it something that you know what it is so you don't have to open it to see what it is. So I'm going to put lower third name key with my name. Then next to Save as Type, I need to tell it what kind of format I want it in. I don't want it in the Photoshop format. I want it in a format called PNG. So I select that and I hit Save. A new window will appear, and I always like to take the compression down to none. So then I hit OK, and my file should have already been created. Now that's the key word, should. Never trust a saved file. Go ahead and open it to see what it looks like. So I'm going to minimize my Photoshop program, and then I'm going to go into my hard drive where I know I put it. I locate it, I open it up, and this is what it will appear or look like under the Windows Photo Viewer. Now don't panic when you see the white, because a PNG file will automatically eliminate all that white and create that alpha background that we need. But if all this information is correct, then you know that you have successfully saved your graphic.